Hi, everybody. Frank Lieber along with Hubie Brown in Phoenix. We are off and running. Our game underway because we wanted to show you the thrilling end of that Boston-Washington affair. And the Lakers are up to their old tricks again.
Well, it's a replay of the first 3 games. It's all defense, shot blocking, and stealing the ball. They're already 5 for 10 on fast breaks, and we've only played 9 minutes.
There's the score, 30-17. Los Angeles out in front with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the opening period. Inside to Jabbar. Truck Robinson comes up with the rebound for Phoenix. And here come the Suns. Their fans getting a little restless right now. Macy.
Well, that's the first Phoenix fast break where they have scored. They're 1 for 4 in the breaks, and the natives are getting restless because they keep turning it over in the open floor.
Johnson picking the pocket. That time a fixer. Layup is missed. Macy comes up with it. Johnson hits and is fouled.
Well, we're finally seeing the guards. They're coming out here today, and they're really trying to get the job done. In the 3 previous games, Davis, Dennis Johnson, and Kyle Macy are only shooting 38%. They're taking an awful lot of shots. The ball is not going down. They're not getting any easy baskets. And today has been a replay of that. But right now, as we come on, we're seeing the guards looking pretty good. But in the earlier 10 minutes here, we've had a lot of turnovers and a lot of missed open shots by the backcourt.
It was awful, really. Phoenix was throwing the ball away, trying to get it down court, and couldn't do anything, and got behind in a big hurry. 30-22. This is as close as the Suns have been since the opening moments of the game. 1.5 minutes remaining in the opening period. Brewer on the outside to Bob McAdoo. McAdoo with the fake on Nance and guns it down. McAdoo continues to play well in this series.
I tell you, we can't say enough about McAdoo. He's averaging 14 points and 9 rebounds in this series. You talk about a surprise. He's doing it off the bench along with Cooper.
Walter Davis, his first hoop of the day.
Well, Walter came in, and he's off and running today. He's 1 for 1.
Mike Cooper comes back to answer it. Walter Davis is a career 54% field goal shooter in this series. However, he's only hitting 30%. Suns haven't been getting close enough to the basket to get the high percentage shots.
Well, the defense, the shot blocking, there's another block right there, and a block steal by Cooper. Now, you know, we can't emphasize this enough. This is their 6th fast break basket, and we're talking about a team that is doing it through sheer shot blocking and stealing the ball. That's very demoralizing because a lot of this is happening 10 to 15 feet away from the basket.
Chuck Robinson on the outside to Johnson. Dennis Johnson, he can't find the range either. He had an off night on Friday, had only 9 points after carrying the Suns in games 1 and 2.
We have 13 seconds on the clock for the quarter.
Down to the last 10 seconds of the opening period. Cooper, by the way, led all NBA guards in blocks. Here's McAdoo. Rebound to Rich Kelly. No time left. And the first period comes to a close, and it has been all Los Angeles, as it has been for 3 days. And John McLeod with a worried look on his face, along with his assistant Al Bianchi, because the Suns were in danger of being run right off the basketball court. Lakers lead it 36-24 at the end of 1 period. And welcome back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Gorilla's getting more traction today than the fans, or more attention, I should say, as the Suns have really started slow. You wonder how big a hurdle the Suns have to come back. Well, this is how big is it. In the history of the NBA, no team has ever come back to win a 4 of 7 series after being down 0-3. In addition to that, these two teams have played 4 times here in Phoenix, and the Lakers have won all 4. So much for your home court advantage. This despite the fact that Phoenix has won better than 75% of its games. Davis just inside the 3-point line. McAdoo grabs it off the window, down to Magic Johnson to Cooper. Nance, the rookie from Clemson, grabbing that rebound away from Magic. Walter Davis on the drive. Yes.
I'll tell you, that was really a man's rebound at the opposite end of the floor. Cooper got tangled up with the cameraman and was late getting back down floor. That's why we had Walter Davis wide open off
Tried
that
to get
dribble.
the alley-oop that time inside to Cooper. Nance.
Yes.
Larry Nance, the 6'10 rookie from Clemson, #1 draft choice, nearly tearing the bottom out of the basket.
Well, that was an excellent lead pass. Up to now, the half-court Laker trap is really doing an excellent job. Phoenix is 1 for 4 against the trap. Sometimes it's a man-to-man, what we call run and jump, and then everyone recovers. Or it is a 1-3-1 stationary half-court zone trap, and they're really doing an excellent job in covering the areas.
Suns have got the Lakers lead cut down to 8. They've been ahead by as much as 14 in the first period. Jamal Wilkes. And some shoving going on underneath. It's going to be on Brewer of the Lakers. Jim Brewer picks up his first personal foul. This game should go to number 5. It'd be Wednesday night in Los Angeles. Fine job by Walter Davis.
Well, the reason why I really enjoyed that is because when Walter defense was taken away by Cooper's beautiful positioning, he came back with a reverse and went to the hole. Now, that's what he did not do Friday night. He did not continue to take Cooper down inside and present a problem off the dribble.
Brewer saving at that time from going across the center line. Brewer off the glass.
Well, I think everyone in the building wanted steps that time on Brewer. You know, he gave it the old shuffle without putting the ball down.
Once again, an 8-point deficit, and the Suns trying to come from behind. Jeff Cook, who is coming to the game, snares that rebound to Dennis Johnson. DJ one-on-one with Magic. Rebound comes down to Michael Cooper.
Well, that's one of the very few mistakes that the Lakers have made on the break. Every time that they have come down, they've been able to get an excellent shot at the basket.
LA shooting 59% in the fourth period. The Phoenix is 44. That's just about been the situation. Phoenix has not shot above 44% in each of the first 3 games of this series. Timeout. Lakers lead it by 8. And more exciting NBA playoff action coming up this weekend. We'll have another Friday night game for you. Can't tell you which one because we don't right now know who's going to be playing, depending on what happens in the next couple of outings. Again, the Gorilla here putting on a show for the fans. They get their money's worth, even if the Suns are playing bad with the Gorilla.
Well, you know, we've had a change of moods here. When we first opened up, the building gave the team a standing ovation on the introductions. Then we had a little bit of booing when they had the ball stolen away from them 5 times. And now the Gorilla is hot, so they have it coming and going.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with his first basket tonight. It was a skyhook quite naturally. That was his 3,000th point in NBA playoffs. Nance muscling his way inside.
Well, that was a big basket against that half-court trap. They were able to get down on the baseline, and all we had was a superb athlete at 6'10", over-jumping a guard.
Suns have got it down to 6. They trail by 14. They're coming back. McAdoo outside. And a whistle and a foul called on the Lakers away from the ball.
Offensive foul.
Michael Cooper.
Good. It was a good moving pick that time.
So here come the Suns. Elsewhere around the league, San Antonio trying to get in front of Seattle, but right here the Suns are getting hot.
Well, the Suns are doing it against the second unit. The Laker front unit came out storming. The execution was outstanding. Our fans didn't get an opportunity to see Norm Nixon hitting 4 or 6 long jumpers along with the explosion off the fast break.
McAdoo getting Nance out of position, throws it away. Johnson down court. Nance gets it back to Walter Davis. 2.
The fans have needed this. They've needed the explosive play so that they could, the respect factor, the character, the integrity of the organization. This is what's going today. Because if they get blown out 0-4, it's going to be a long summer.
Suns fans on their feet. Their team has come back from 14 down and now trailed the Lakers by just 2 points with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the first half. And NBA playoff action doesn't get much more exciting than this when the home team goes down by 14 points and then storms back to within 2 of the lead. That's the situation right now. Now, they've done this. You said he'll be against the second team, so you rush your big guys back in there, don't you?
Well, you know, what he is doing is he needed a break. Coach Pat Riley has done an excellent job in shifting the tempo, and he's done it all defensively. They picked up full court man-to-man. They took the full court press off one half-court traps. First unit was working everything perfectly. And now they're back in. They've had a chance to rest up.
Suns have outscored the Lakers in the second quarter 12-2. And out-rebounded them for the game thus far, 16-14.
Well, a big factor has been Dennis Johnson is only 3 for 10 in this ball game. He's getting a lot of shots, but he just can't seem to put it down. Now, if he could hit a hot streak against the first unit, you know, things will fall into place.
Skyhook fails, and Suns come up with it with a chance to tie. Walter Davis outside to Dennis Johnson. Had the open shot, didn't take it. Take him. Davis. And Wilkes grabs it off the window for the Lakers. Nixon getting it across the center line quickly. And is fouled by Jeff Cook.
Cook really rode his back that time. Here we have right now, watch Nixon as he steps into this also. See him step in right here? He's helping draw the foul himself. Good point guard with great peripheral vision.
What's Cook doing guarding him?
Well, that was just a transition defense. And Cook was on the offensive board at the other end. How's that?
Missing. Great defense by McAdoo.
Wow, he talked about elevation and timing the tap.
And Wilkes rifles it in for the Lakers. Jamal Wilkes with his 4th basket. He's got 9 points, and the Lakers' lead is up to 4.
The Lakers now have 4 blocks already, and we haven't even played a quarter and a half.
2 years ago in this series, it went 5 games. It was 3-0 coming into this game, and Phoenix won it. Nance. Oh, he's done a fine job coming off the bench.
Well, Nance has a lot of talent. First-round draft choice out of Clemson. He can hit the jumper. He's good in the lane with the power moves. Most important, he's a good shot blocker.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the move to the hoop.
Oh, yes. They caught him that time. That's only the second time in this game that the big fella has stepped into. Watch the elbow now, right now. Watch him make them. There it is, right there. Oh, you talk about directors. Is our man doing it?
Cook inside
Anthony
to Scott.
Berna at his best.
That's a second foul on Jabbar a moment ago. 2-point lead, Los Angeles. Nixon, who's been hot. Oh, he's found the range from outside. That's his 5th basket.
I tell you, Norman is not making no 17-foot jumper, Frank. He's out past the top of the circle. A legitimate 21-22er. He's already hit 5 of them.
Cooper, as the Suns turn it over, Cooper flying in on Alvin Scott. And is fouled by Scott. Again, the quickness of the Lakers.
Well, that's the 3rd score for Cooper. He's either been fouled or he's made the layup off the front end of the break. Now, you're talking about a 6'6" Greyhound. This young man, according to Pat Riley, he feels that he's one of the top 5 athletes in all of professional sports, never mind just basketball.
Cooper with 4 points so far. The Lakers are 4 out of 6 from the free throw line. Team fouls. 1 for the Lakers and 2 for the Suns here in the second period. 43-38, 5-point advantage for the Lakers. That's the other night. The Suns got them down to 6 and looked around, all of a sudden it was 12. And once again, Phoenix gets into that turnover run.
Well, that was a bad pass. You never try to feed the pivot man from the top of the circle, especially when he's being played on the top side.
Loose ball foul called on Cooper.
There we have
3 on Cooper.
Beautiful release by Norm Nixon. Nice little push off by Cook.
Timeout called by the Phoenix Suns with 6 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the first half. The Lakers leading the Suns by a score of 43-38. The Suns have to win or it's vacation time. WBA lightweight crown on the line. Boom Boom Mancini, always a great crowd pleaser against Arturo Frias on CBS Sports Saturday. That's next weekend. Be sure and join us here. 43-38, Lakers lead it. And the time left a little over 6 minutes. Pat Riley a player's coach. He's soft-spoken, he's democratic, he's kind of like you were, Hubie.
Well, everyone has to coach within their personality. And I'll tell you something, it also helps if you have some players.
That's true, huh? I read the other way that the other day that Pat designs his, or not designs his own clothes, doesn't he? Or not designs them?
Well, that's what was written here in the Phoenix newspaper. I tell you, the young man has done an excellent job in his first coaching assignment at any level.
Oh, he's done a great job.
Yes, he has. He's very meticulous, tremendously organized. He has his ball club playing a style of game that's taking advantage of all of their individual talents.
Dennis Johnson on the drive against Magic, and Magic gives him a hand up. That's a second foul on Magic.
That's the first time in this ball game that Dennis Johnson has tried to take Magic Johnson off the dribble to his left. Every time he's been kind of predictable, going to his right and just pulling up and taking a long jumper. So he's never really challenged Magic off the bounce, going strong.
Lakers have 7 steals, the Suns 4. Suns have turned it over 10 times, and the Lakers 7. 2 free throws by DJ. Dennis Johnson cuts it to 3 at 43-40. As the Lakers bring it down court.
Now, this is a play they opened up the game with right there. Kareem pins down. They have Jamal Wilkes going one way, Nixon the other.
Pass a little high. Cook comes down with it to Johnson. DJ holds up. Walter Davis. Great penetration by Davis.
That was a beautiful move. That's the second time now that Walter has gone into the lane, stopped his dribble, gave a hesitation into the hole.
Nixon flying down court, and a foul called as he drives into the lane.
Now, for all the young players watching, watch this move by Walter. He comes in here, he's stopped, but he doesn't give up. He gives a little step-out move, little fake, and now he's coming through strong. Now, that is not a travel because he shot the ball before he picked up his pivot foot.
Foul was on Walter Davis, so the team fouls are even at 3 apiece. Nixon guarded by Davis outside. Oh, he is so quick. Fadeaway jumper, a little bit short. Kareem comes down with the rebound and gets 2.
Well, that's only the 3rd offensive second shot by the Lakers, but they're shooting such a good percentage, they're not getting many opportunities.
Go, Larry, cut.
8 points for Jabbar. Occasionally hear the voice of John McLeod, the coach in the background of the Phoenix Suns, Dennis Johnson.
This is the guy that's got to get it going, Frank, because that shot's been there for him all day.
Jabbar has it blocked on him. Johnson loses it. Here comes DJ. 3-on-2 break. Phoenix Scott has it blocked on him by Rambis. And the Lakers come back the other way. Now they've got a 3-on-1. Jabbar.
Not too many people are going to get that one. Was that some play? Some play.
10 points for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's 47-44. And we'll have a timeout. Everybody's got to catch their breath at this point. That was a furious bit of action on both sides, up and down the court. Let's look at it again. Great defense.
This is a beautiful move. Watch Rambis come in here right now. You can never, ever overemphasize enough shot blocking ability. Now watch this play right here. No way are you going to stop the big man because of the angle that he's coming down on you. You put your hand up in there and try to block that shot, you better be very strong.
Somebody said the only way they're going to stop Jabbar is to get his goggles fogged up some way.
There we have the birthday boy. Jamal Wilkes, 29 years of age. But how about these statistics? He's leading the series, 24 points a game, shooting 64%, 10 offensive rebounds in 3 games. And when you're really watching a game, you don't even know he's out there.
Johnson didn't go down for him, and Jabbar with the rebound. Outlet pass to Nixon. To Magic Johnson. Wilkes underneath, and there's another 2 for Silk.
See, that's what I mean. See, that was beautiful. Jamal is such an intelligent player. He knew that when he caught the ball, if he made his first move to the basket, that there would be a rejection. Nice bounce dribble, head shoulder fake. He protected the ball.
DJ, Dennis Johnson looking outside instead. Has it knocked away from Cook. Bad pass. Rambis comes up with it to Magic. Wilkes with the rebound. Has it blocked on him by Nance. Macy with the pass down court to Johnson. Johnson glides in, misses the layup. Cook is there for the follow.
I'll tell you though, Cook has been on the money tonight. He hasn't received much playing time early, but he's been there when they needed it. Pat Riley naturally is a little perturbed right now. The first unit is a little over-anxious. They came back in. They've established the tempo that they want. This is their tempo. They like this kind of a ball game. They're 7 deep where they can count on no drop-off. It's when they get beyond that.
You saw Dr. Jerry Buss, the owner of the Lakers, who's in attendance here today. Suns can't keep running with LA like this, can they?
No, they cannot. And I don't think they can and win the ball game. I think they can and lose the ball game.
Nixon. Blocked on him by Bradley. Rambis with the next rebound, and we get a foul.
Well, I want to tell you something.
It's a little rough underneath is what it is.
Well, you know what I liked about this? Watch this replay here. Here's the pass. There's the great defense. See, the Lakers are everywhere. They do a good job. Now, here comes the pass from Nixon. Watch. There it is right there. Dudley Bradley, 6'6" guard. Here's your follow-up miss by Magic. All right, here comes Rambis. Now, watch Nance come into our picture here. Go!
Back to live action. That's only the 4th team foul. Adams with the steal from Wilkes. Dudley Bradley brings it across the center line, and he puts it off the foot of Jabbar. Kelly comes up with it. He loses it. Jabbar has it on the floor. Finally, let's see, we got a kicking call, and it's going to go against Phoenix.
Here we have. Now, this looks like a scrimmage, I think it's called, in rugby. This would be a credit to all you rugby fans. As we come out of here, now watch Kareem, the big fella, getting the job done.
Look at him palm that thing.
Well, to him, it looks like the size of a golf ball.
That's about it. 49-46, 2:45 left in the half.
Now, the Phoenix Suns are in a half-court trap. This is the first time that we have seen this today. They're in a 3-2 trap.
No score.
You know, it's comical that the Lakers are yelling zone.
Tell me, why is it comical?
Yeah, well, more important because it's Riley doing the yelling.
Oh, first 3 games, of course, the Suns were yelling zone. In fact, they picked up 3 technical fouls yelling zone, and the officials got tired of it. Now Riley's doing the yelling. Magic Johnson is on the line. Foul was on Larry Nance, his first.
Magic Johnson is leading this series. He's first in the series in rebounds, first in assists, also while he's scoring 21 points a game. And how about this? 57% shooting from the floor and 79 from the foul line.
Suns are over the limit for the rest of the half, so LA will be shooting the penalty. Just 3 fouls on Los Angeles. 5-point lead for the Lakers. Dudley Bradley from outside. Can't get it. Kareem clears it to Magic. Sets up the break. Nixon slows it down a little bit. Boy, those are 2 great guards. Lakers playing so good. Nixon, pull-up jumper over Macy. Monster rebound by Nance. Did he go up for that?
That's it.
Adams back to Nance, and he drops it in for 2.
For all you young players, anytime you cross that circle and get to the top of your circle, give it up, and you'll get it right back.
How quickly the Lakers get it back down court, but they weren't blocking out. They let the big guy get his own rebound.
Well, that's Kareem's 3rd offensive rebound basket. Kelly is so interested in getting to the board to get to the missed shot that he's not putting his body on Kareem.
Kelly had 14 points in the first quarter on Friday night, then didn't score the rest of the game. That was the best quarter that the Suns had in the entire series. Adams on the drive, off to Dudley Bradley, dishes it back to Kelly. Shot clock to 2. Macy just got it away.
Anytime that a team is pressing and trapping you, it's not the first pass after the trap. It's the second pass, and that time when they were trapped, they got it to Kelly. The team rotated, but Kelly made the second pass. That's the key. It usually leads to a wide-open shot.
3-point lead for the Lakers. The time remaining in the first half, just over a minute. Inside to McAdoo with the fadeaway jumper. McAdoo comes up again. He loves playing with a winner. There's nothing like it.
Well, I tell you, what an investment this has been. McAdoo adjusting beautifully to the Lakers, and the team respecting what he is doing off the bench.
Nance, who's been hot. Larry Nance at 6'10" is playing some game.
Big Bob better get off the marker, though, and get on him. That's the reason why Pat Riley made the substitution. You know, Nance has been wearing out Kurt Rambis, so they just changed at the big forward. Give McAdoo a shot.
Wilkes looking inside. Shot clock down to 6. McAdoo with the left-handed hook. Very nice.
You know, a lot of guys look at McAdoo and say, well, you know, Big Bob hasn't done it in a few years. What they forget is that the man averaged over 30 points a game 3 years running for the Buffalo Braves when they made the playoffs under Jack Ramsey.
He has at times had a reputation in the past of dogging it a little bit, but not with the Lakers. Kelly on the drive, rejected by Kareem. Adams with the rebound. Nice fake.
That was Kareem's 3rd block in this game, and it's nice to see Phoenix getting back on the offensive glass.
McAdoo's shot failing at the buzzer, but the crowd on its feet, particularly since the Suns came back after being down 14 points in the first quarter. And this crowd is going now. Los Angeles leading all the way in the first half, but Phoenix gonna get down to 3 as the first half comes to an end. 57-54. Highlights coming up at halftime. NBA playoff action. We had an overtime game in Washington today. We had Milwaukee, Philadelphia with the 76ers winning. A report on the 10K run in Central Park. And the rebound feature, Kevin Lockery, another great NBA star. Hubie Brown and I'll be back with you in Phoenix shortly. It's halftime with the Lakers leading the Suns 57-54. The preceding message was furnished by the National Basketball Association. At the conclusion of today's game and each of our NBA telecasts during the season, we'll be selecting the Miller High Life Most Valuable Player of the Game. In conjunction with this award, Miller High Life will present a check for $1,000 to the Special Olympics organization in the name of the player selected. And Hubie, you and I will be selecting the MVP, and today's winner will be announced at the end of the telecast. Frank Lieber along with Hubie Brown. We're at halftime, and I think we can give you a little visual idea of how that first half went.
See, their half has been dictated by this great defense by the Lakers. Watch their total team play. Here we have Nixon and Kareem together. Now, watch the defensive transition by the Phoenix Suns. This is where they come back in the second quarter, spearheaded by Larry Nance, not only getting 10 points, but also 3 blocks. Here's the block, his first block. Now all of a sudden we have a follow by Jamal Wilkes, and there is Nance getting another block. Macy makes a great save here, and now a long pass down the floor to a player who's having frustration. Dennis Johnson going to the basket. He's only 4 for 13 from the floor, and this is the kind of night he's having. A miss, but fortunately a great follow-up by Cook.
Take a look at the first half statistics here quickly. Los Angeles outscored Phoenix by 12 in the first period, but then Phoenix came back and outscored the Lakers by 9 in the second, Hubie.
Well, it was because of the 56% shooting that quarter. Why? Because they got out on 7 fast breaks, scored 5 times, had 2 follow-up shots. Nice, easy baskets, but off the bench that quarter, Davis and Nance with 10 points apiece.
Second half underway, and Alvin Adams starts it off with a hook shot for 2 points for the Phoenix Suns. Again, if you joined us late, the Suns were down 14 in the first period. Got it as close as 2, and this is as close as they've been in the game. They have never led. 57-56 into the big man. Jamar hooks it back outside. Jamal Wilkes. Yes.
Jamal had an excellent first half, 5 for 7. So right now he's 6 for 8 in the game. Goes right along with a 64% shooting in this series.
13 points for Wilkes. Pull-up jumper by Macy doesn't go. Magic Johnson collects the rebound for the Lakers. 3-on-3 break here. Wilkes from the corner again.
Lights out.
2 in a row for Jamal. That gives him 15.
The Lakers are now 10 for 18 in the open floor. It's all happening off the long rebounds because Phoenix has not been able to establish a low posting game. Another steal.
Suns in the first period continuously threw the basketball away, and it cost them dearly.
It's not the man who's playing the offensive player that's making the steal. It's the guy who's rotating. Terrific team defensive play.
Alvin.
Nixon, jumper over Macy, short. And Nixon out hustles Macy for the rebound.
That was a tough pass by Norm. A little over-anxious to get the ball to the big fella. What you really have to like here is that the Lakers starting unit is playing so hard. They could have come in here today with a laissez-faire attitude and just gone through the motions, say, listen, we'll put them away on Tuesday night. But it's been just the opposite.
Coming.
Magic Johnson.
Hey, right there, Richard.
Kareem to Wilkes. Foul by Adams. Alvin Adams picks up his 3rd foul, and Wilkes will go to the line with 2 shots. Our Lakers come at you so quickly. Just a moment ago, Phoenix down by 1. Now, once again, they're down by 5. And Wilkes with a chance to make it 7 if he can hit 2 here from the stripe. You know, that shot behind the ear, his normal push shot, jump shot, that's so hard to block, isn't it? Because it comes from almost behind his head.
Also, he's a good leaper. When he elevates off the jump shot, not only does he have the fact that he's up high to begin with, but the ball is back at a tough angle. There we have Elgin Baylor and Walt Hazard sitting here. Up here we have that Laker trap again. There it is, another
Macy
turnover.
threw it away. Magic Johnson on the drive, and again, Adams had to foul him to prevent the basket. So Alvin Adams picks up his 4th foul. And Macy looked a little rattled there, didn't
he? Yes, he is. See, in all 4 games now, they've caused the problem. See, there's the activity of your center, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, taking away the middle pass, which you tried to do against the half-court traps. But what is happening now is it's the fear which they've instilled into the Phoenix club. Right now, Phoenix is 2 for 7, and the Lakers, more important, have 5 steals into scoring opportunities at the other end of the floor.
Phoenix coach John McLeod calling a timeout with 10 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the 3rd period. And the Lakers out in front 63-56. Exciting NBA playoff action here in Phoenix this afternoon between the Suns and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers leading 63-56. The Gorilla doing his thing during the timeout, put a no parking sign in the lane. I mean, after all, 3 seconds, all you get.
Well, I tell you, that can go both ways because Phoenix they're having difficulty with Kareem in that area, but more important, they're having difficulty with the back man in the half-court zone press. Here's the trap again.
8 points for Magic Johnson, including 4 from the line.
There's enough, I'm telling you.
Johnson knocked it out of the hands of Kelly and out of bounds. It belongs to the Suns. They're everywhere. Lakers are so quick.
They're so quick, but you see, you have the advantage of the big fella being in the lane. You know that you can gamble because even if they should get by and go down in there, they still have to contend with Kareem.
That's 14 for Dennis Johnson, who seems to have his shooting eye back after scoring only 9 on Friday night when he got into foul trouble early. Kareem, nice pass underneath to Johnson. Johnson trying to pull it up, and Dennis Johnson can't believe that they called a foul on him. Halftime score, Seattle leading San Antonio by 4. That stands 2 games to 1. San Antonio right now.
Well, that time we had a little theatrics by Magic Johnson as he went through there in the pass game. He let out with a yell. Sometimes that helps. Oh, what a pass.
You love it. Jabbar to Nixon. Nixon misses the shot. Rambis with the rebound. And Rambis is fouled.
I tell you, that was some pass by Kareem. Watch the big fella make his move here right now. And as he gets double teamed, look at that shovel pass. Never mind the fact that he made the pass, but how about the peripheral vision and picking out the free man?
Rambis on the free throw line. He's got 3 points all from the line. He is not what you term a human scoring machine, but he has a job to do, and he does it. Role player.
Well, you know, the young man has not taken 10 shots in the 4 games. He knows his role. His role is to play defense, get on the defensive boards, and whenever possible, help out on the offensive boards, make it easier for Kareem. He and McAdoo have been playing superbly, splitting the playing time, 24 minutes apiece.
Lakers slowly building that lead again. Macy missing. Rambis rebound. Wilkes to Johnson. Nixon with the jumper. He's been hot all afternoon. Norm Nixon, 13 points. And these Phoenix fans are raining some booze down on the effort of their team, which seems to have fallen off here in the 3rd period of play. After getting it down to 1, they're now trailing by 10 with 8:55 left in the 3rd quarter. The Gorilla doing his thing during the timeout, and he's even got some of the players watching him, and I'm sure that doesn't make the coaches particularly happy.
Now, the coaches aren't happy because the caliber of play of their ball club right now is bad. But the Gorilla really has an awful lot of very exciting and very funny routines, and he is getting the people back in the game and away from chastising and booing their ball club right now.
During the timeout, the fans were chanting, "We want Nance." Larry Nance, of course, had the big first half, hitting 5 out of 6. He hasn't played yet in the 2nd half. Of course, you're going to see him a little bit later on. He's still only a rookie. Dennis Johnson trying to penetrate. Dennis and Magic.
Yes, the Magic is making him work. He really is. Here's Nance. You talk about a great half. Nance had 10 points, 3 blocked shots, ignited many fast breaks, and really did a great defensive job.
3 fouls on Magic Johnson. Nixon rips it out of the hands of Macy and is called on the foul.
Watch this move right here. Strong move by Kyle. He has his arm done, trying to push Nixon away. But there are an awful lot of guards in this league that try to get the shot on the way up because they do not want to come in over the top of you to block the shot. Now right here we have the #1 foul shooter in all of the NBA. Just look at the man. He wipes his hands off on his socks. Now watch him catch this ball. He catches it in a T position. Total concentration, brings it right up. Perfect form. The young man is really something to watch.
89% foul shooter on the year, 68-60.
Phoenix in a half-court trap right now.
Magic.
Second time they've been in it.
He saw Jabbar underneath. And Jabbar took it in for an easy baby skyhook.
Anytime that you get a half-court trap against you, you try to take it into the middle. Here's a beautiful pass. Now they have the advantage because you can spot Kareem a heck of a lot quicker than you can the majority of other players. And he's the perfect outlet because of his agility. Now, a lot of centers in this league, you can hit him in that area and they can't do anything with it except possibly pass it. He catches it. He not only made the pass, but he scores for you.
15 points for Jabbar. Kyle Macy driving inside to Kelly. Johnson almost with the steal. Adams got it back. Cross court, Macy. Shot clock to 7. Macy couldn't get it to go down, but hustles and gets his own rebound and puts it up again. This time it goes.
Oh, that was #1. A great fake by Macy. Missed the shot, never gave up on himself. And that's the 3rd offensive rebound that Macy has picked up here. Ooh. Right there, we had 2 fouls by Wilkes. We had a charge, and we also had a wraparound. Oh, Kurt Rambis.
Rambis coming in defensively, blocking the shot by Kelly. And Kelly wants the foul, and he's letting the official know about it.
Right here we have a strong move by Kelly. He's going for the dunk if he can get it, but look at Rambis. That's strength against strength right there. Great block. Rambis is 2nd of the game.
As we come back to live action, the jump shot hit by Truck Robinson pulls the Suns up to 71-64. 15-foot jumper by Robinson has been rather silent. He has only 2 baskets so far.
8 seconds on the shot clock.
Rambis inside, trying to slam it off the window, and Robinson takes up his 2nd foul.
You know what's interesting about that move? When Rambis came in there, Truck Robinson, I believe, felt that he was going to shoot the ball with his right hand. That's why he bellied up that tight, and Rambis fooled him by coming with that left-handed move.
Rambis a perfect 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. Well, we did it to him again, didn't we? 71-64. Lakers lead it. They've been ahead all the way. Phoenix is down by as much as 14. They got it back to 1, but they couldn't take the lead. Dennis Johnson down court. Adams from way outside. Boy, he took that ball like he wanted it, and he knew it was going to go in.
Well, he came off a baseline screen, and Jamal Wilkes was behind him a little bit. They call a foul on Macy. The reason why Macy is upset is because he felt on this back end right here that Norm Nixon catches him with an elbow.
Technical foul on Macy, who continues to argue, called by Eddie Rush, one of the officials.
I tell you, Macy is really, really hot. He thought he had excellent position that time. And, you know, usually this might be overlooked sometimes because of the player. Macy is one of these guys that can play 82 games during the course of a year, and no one even knows he's in the game because he doesn't say much. Right now, Dennis Johnson is trying to get in here now and either get Eddie Rush, who's the referee who made the call, off of Macy, but quiet Macy down.
Nixon hits them both from the free throw line. That gives him 15 points.
They're substituting for foul right now because not only did they get the technical foul, it's also the penalty.
Phoenix over the limit here in the 3rd period, which has still got 6 minutes and 54 seconds to go. So L.A. is liable to be shooting a lot of free throws between now and the end of the period. Adams, beautiful move with the left hand.
That's the first time in this game that they have posted Alvin Adams versus Jamal Wilkes. And I find that very, very interesting when you consider that Wilkes is giving away so much in size.
75-68. Lakers lead it. Jabbar waiting. Left-handed hook doesn't go. Robinson saves it from going out of bounds. No, he doesn't. The official said he was standing on the line.
Kelly said today in the papers that he's trying to take away one of the moves on Kareem. And that time he was up on the right hand. He would not give him the right-handed move, which allowed Kareem to step down and give the little baby left-handed hook that he's been shooting.
Nixon has been hot from outside. That one doesn't go, but Rambis almost had the rebound, and Davis took it out of his hands. Walter Davis on the drive down court. Back to Truck Robinson. Davis from the corner. Davis with 6 baskets, and the Lakers trying to hold off the Suns now. It's down to 5, 75-70, and still a lot of time remaining. We're still only in the third period.
I tell you, the Lakers remain very calm, and they're running their plays, and that's what you have to like about this. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
3 seconds as Cooper puts it up from way outside. Jabbar captures the rebound and sends it back out.
See, they back it right out and set up again.
Kelly knocked it out of Jabbar's hands, and Magic Johnson fouls Dennis Johnson.
Oh, that's only the 3rd team foul, so they take the ball out on the side. That's a good foul by Magic, because what you had here, now you would have had a fast break at the other end of the floor. Here's Kelly anticipating. Good move. There's your foul right there. A little Ricky-ticky foul.
Now, it may have been a good foul, but it's his 4th, and we've still got a lot of time left here. We're only midway through the 3rd period, and Magic will get a rest. McAdoo is back into the game.
Well, let me give you a statistic that's going to blow your mind. Over 82 games this year, L.A. has only had 11 guys foul out. Houston was lowest in the league with 9, L.A. with 11. To give you the idea, the middle of the league, the rest of the teams are somewhere between 30 and 42.
Amazing thing about Magic Johnson, when you consider everything he's done in this league, right now he'd only be a rookie if he went all the way through college.
Good point.
And the NBA playoff action going to be more exciting than it is here in Phoenix this afternoon. Jamal Wilkes on the bench, and you can see he's got an ice pack there. It's like he's nursing a sore finger.
Well, I tell you, the rest of the league and the rest of the team that are in the playoffs right now better hope so, because the young man is on fire. Never mind the 64%. Today, right now, he's 7 for 9 and really doing it.
Lakers have got Cooper, Nixon, Rambis, Jabbar, and McAdoo. Suns, Dennis Johnson, Rich Kelly, Adams, Truck Robinson, and Walter Davis. Davis driving on Rambis. Trying to change his mind in midair, but the Lakers give it away. Walter Davis.
I tell you, the Laker defense is excellent, because even when you beat them off the dribble, they force you into Kareem, and the big fella is everywhere. He's not only guarding his man, he's helping out on the other 4. He's doing an excellent job.
McAdoo from 15. Johnson with the rebound. And here come the Suns now with a chance to narrow it to 1. Davis puts it up and is fouled.
That time Nixon caught Walter on the inside arm, not the shooting arm. He caught the left arm as he goes up for the shot. Here comes Walter now. Norman knows that he's in a little bit of trouble here. And as he goes up on the shot, see, he catches the outside arm, not the shooting arm.
Davis operating with that bad elbow. He broke his elbow in the final preseason game, his left elbow. And you can see it's got, well, of course you can't really see, but he's got wires and everything else in that elbow, and it does poke out a little bit. His left elbow does. He says he's going to get him removed as soon as the season ends. But it doesn't bother his shooting, obviously. 15 points for Davis.
Walter is shooting 91% from the line in the playoffs, and as a team, the Suns are shooting 80. The only problem is they do not get to the foul line.
All right.
At least 30 times.
1-point game now, and Larry Nance, who is out of the first half, about to come in. Steal. Dennis Johnson. Here's a chance to take the lead. Adams. Yes.
Yes.
Dennis Johnson with the layup on a great pass from Adams. And the Suns have taken the lead for the first time in this game. Jabbar has it stolen by Kelly. Kelly racing down court, slows down, decides to drive.
Good move.
Foul.
That was a great move by Kelly. Because when he leveled off, the defensive players for the Lakers thought that he would not take it all the way. Great steal by Kelly. Now watch him level off here right now. Everybody relaxes and the big fella says, hey, there are guards back there. I can take both of these guys to the hole. Terrific move. I'll tell you, the big man is playing great defense because the Lakers now are trying to feed Kareem on the side from the top of the circle, and you can't do that if the defensive center is active, and Kelly is doing a good job at overplaying the side that the pass is coming on.
Phoenix Suns leading by 1. We're going to get a Los Angeles timeout here. Lakers call time with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left to play, and the Phoenix fans are on their feet as this has turned into a ball game. The Suns, at one point, 14 down, have come back to take the lead.
An update from San Antonio. Scratching and clawing, the Seattle Supersonics are trying to win a game against the Spurs. Phil Smith gets his left hand on the ball, goes on the fast break to the wizard, Gus Williams, and the Sonics now have tied the Spurs in the third quarter, 74-all. Right now, let's go back to Phoenix and Frank Laver.
Thanks, Brent. San Antonio and Seattle having a tight one, too. As we are here in Phoenix, the Suns leading by 1, and Rich Kelly on the free throw line with his second shot. Missed his first just before the timeout. This crowd has really come alive now, and they can get noisy. So Kelly missed them both. McAdoo grabs the rebound. Suns have to win to avert the shutout. There's the shooting. And the Lakers going to slow it down a little bit. Suns have outshot the Lakers 69 to 45% of the second half. Got to be their best shooting quarter of the entire series. Shot clock to 3 seconds, and there's a steal. Dennis Johnson. Cooper goes up in the air and gets it back. Johnson had Davis wide open on the fast break. Didn't throw it high enough. McAdoo. So the Suns in great shape there to take a 3-point lead, and all of a sudden it turns around the other way. And the Lakers get it back.
It's the carelessness of the passing on the break. You never try to throw a pass on the same plane with another player. First of all, he can't judge it. The defensive player has the advantage.
Walter Davis is cooking. That's 18 points. Well, the great Phoenix guard, he, of course, switched from forward to guard a year ago. Still adjusting to that position and trying to come back from the injury. Kareem with a slam of the hook.
That's the first time that they've really isolated Kareem in the lane. They've tried this quarter on the side, first time in the lane, and they put the other 4 players out in a shell. Now, every time they've run that, he's been able to catch the ball and do a good job.
Just under 3 minutes left in the third period. Nance with the hot hand in the first half continues. He's 6 out of 7 for the game. Larry Nance, #1 draft choice from Clemson, is 12 points. And Cooper comes right back and answers for the Los Angeles Lakers. They get it down the court so quickly.
Well, it's interesting that both teams now are finally looking to go down inside rather than stay perimeter, which they both have been guilty of for the last 3 to 4 minutes.
Kelly on the outside,
Nice
backing in
pass.
on Kareem Johnson.
That was a beautiful pass. Dennis Johnson backdoored Cooper when he went to double team, went right down the lane wide open.
Nixon doesn't hit from outside. Cooper with the rebound. A great rebound by the 6'6" Mike Cooper, who can really get up there.
Wow, that was a good one by Cooper. That's his second offensive rebounding score, but they also could have caught him for an offensive foul as he used the wipeout to get that shot off. Yeah, good call. That was a solid call. Offensive foul on Larry Nance down in the lane.
Explain to me what the wipeout is.
A wipeout is where the offhand of the guy that is shooting the ball, instead of using it on the ball to help in the balancing of the shot, he uses it to push the defensive player off with a forearm.
Nixon on the outside to McAdoo. McAdoo missing the jumper. Kareem really going upstairs. There's a monster rebound for you. Nixon on the drive baseline to Wilkes, who's back in the game. seconds as he fires and misses. Kelly down court. Scott trying to save it. And Nance gets it away from Wilkes. Tries to get it back to Scott. Last touch by Cooper. It'll belong to Phoenix.
I'll tell you, if the Phoenix Suns could ever get down their transition passing, shorten the passing lanes and run some routes whereby they're not trying to skip pass the ball 2 positions, I'm telling you, they could really, the opportunities have been there over the last 2 quarters. They were 5 for 7 in the 1 quarter, and now they are like 6 for 9 this quarter. This young man right here, Jeff Cook, has really come in and done a good job for them. He kept the ball alive and gave them good defense in the 2nd quarter.
Cook was a starter for 22 games earlier this year. He's had good experience. Davis can't get the shot off. Alvin Scott, primarily known as a defender and a shot blocker, Scott comes up with a big hoop.
The reason why that was big, Frank, he shot one over the top of Kareem, who rotated down. He had to change the arch of that shot.
We have had 9 lead changes, and they've all been here in the 3rd quarter. Cooper to Wilkes in the corner. Kareem hooking over Cook.
Well, as soon as Cook came in, the players and Kareem, it's the first time in this game I've seen Kareem yell out he wanted the ball, and they went right to him off his ball.
Davis trying to get it back. Kareem with the block. Rebounded to Phoenix. Nance from way outside is fouled by McAdoo.
That was Kareem's 4th block. When Nance went up on that shot, Robert McAdoo was playing off of him about 4 feet. Rather than just put the pressure, he went for the block.
Going for a little muscle, looks like the Lakers are.
Well, this guy here is really one of the tough offensive rebounding players in the NBA per minutes played. Now, he's been a forgotten man in this series because they've been basically going with McAdoo and Cooper, and then, you know, sparing minutes for Landsberger and Brewer. But this young man has an awful lot to offer this club when it comes to muscle and keeping the ball alive.
We have not had a tie in this game. If he makes this one, we will have our first. Then back and forth. Still haven't had one. So Kelly missed 2 from the line a moment ago, and now Nance misses 2. They're normally not that bad a free throw shooting team.
Well, we said earlier they're shooting 80 in the series.
That's the time left of the 3rd quarter, 25 seconds.
We have 9 on the shot clock.
Wilkes, shot clock to 5, 4. Wilkes on the drive, hook shot. Oh, is that pretty? Jamal with another quiet basket, 18 points.
You know, Jamal is a lot like George Gervin. That no matter where they take the shot from in any kind of traffic, they always look like it's a good shot.
Dennis Johnson missing the 3-point effort as the buzzer sounds. Landsberger capturing the rebound, and that is the end of 3 periods of play. Well, we've got a ball game. At halftime, there was a 3-point difference, and that's where it is right now. At the end of 3, it's 87-84 Lakers.
The preceding message was furnished by the National Basketball Association. The NBA on CBS is sponsored by the Miller Brewing Company, brewers of Miller High Life. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Subaru, inexpensive and built to stay that way. And by the Bell System, applying knowledge to the needs of business.
Frank Lieber and Hubie Brown, and the concessions for the Phoenix Suns, which were going a little slack in the 1st period, started to pick up as the Suns got back in the game. That's the way the scoring is done. All Lakers in the 1st quarter, all Suns in the 2nd quarter, and even in the 3rd. And the shooting percentages, Suns shooting much better in the 2nd half. Interesting statistic. We've got Kyle Macy leading the Suns in rebounds with 5. Kyle Macy.
I tell you, Kyle Macy has been very feisty today.
87-84, Lakers.
Oh, here's the trap. This is only the 2nd time in this game that they've been in it.
Wilkes missing. Lakers get it off the offensive boards. Get a fresh 24. As Nixon will start it. Nixon guarded by Walter Davis. Looking for help. Gets it from Michael Cooper. Magic Johnson's been sitting out with 4 fouls here for the last 4 minutes of the 3rd period. The foul is called on Cook.
Well, you know, there's no way that Walter Davis can play Norm Nixon off the dribble. I expect something to develop here over the next minute or 2, whereby they open up the floor and let him take him.
Nixon is such a great athlete. Chuck Noll of the Pittsburgh Steelers once upon a time thought about drafting him as a defensive back. Jamal Wilkes with the basket.
The defense thought they had him when they rotated it. It was just amazing how beautifully he glided through the air and came up underneath on the other side with that left-handed hook.
Wilkes has got his 20 again. The leading scorer on Friday night with 26. Cook missing. Nixon with the rebound. Here's the break. 3-on-2 Lakers. Nixon dishes it off to Wilkes.
No basket.
Traveling call. There's a big break for the Suns as Alvin Adams checks back into the game.
That was a great last second pass. Here comes the rebound. I don't think Phoenix wanted Jeff Cook, the big forward, to be taking a long jumper. Watch the hesitation. Here he goes. There it is. Beautiful pass with the left hand. He did not walk. All he did was move the front foot. He brought the front foot back to the front, and then when he went to take the shot. Now I can understand why he was prepared.
Again, Larry Nance hits. They better keep giving the ball to him as the rookie is hot with 14 points, 89-86. Lakers by 3. We're in the final period. Suns trying to stave off elimination from the playoffs. They trailed 3 games to none. If game 5 is necessary, it'll be Wednesday night in Los Angeles. McAdoo loses it on the drive.
Great steal by Walter Davis. Got his hand in there.
Johnson trying to penetrate, does and scores. Dennis Johnson, 20 points. And it's a 1-point game once again. Suns playing as hard as they can now, as well they might, because if they lose this one, they've got all summer to think about it.
Well, what they're doing is they've been bringing Jamal Wilkes off the baseline, single on one side and a double on the other, trying to get him into the flow here now.
Nance doing a great job on the board, taking that one away from McAdoo. Johnson in the corner. Offensive foul on Dennis Johnson.
Eddie Middleton was right on top of that, and when you see a player, you know, kind of give up on this in regards to not complaining, you know that it was a good call. There's what Mike. Oh, there it is right there. The lead shoulder definitely bumped him out. A little acting job that time by Michael Cooper.
Timeout as Dennis Johnson and the Phoenix Suns take a rest along with the Lakers. We've got a 1-point game.
An update, San Antonio. The Seattle Supersonics trying to even this series at 2 games apiece. Got a basket here from Phil Smith as Gus Williams started the play at the other end of the floor, and now the Sonics are building up a lead on the Spurs in the second half. Let's send you back now to Phoenix and Frank Lieber.
Saw Seattle, Brent, trying to even that thing up at 2 games apiece and need the win rather badly in San Antonio today to shift the series back to Seattle on Wednesday night. Los Angeles leading Phoenix here by 1. Lakers win it. This series is concluded, and the Lakers would have a week of rest upcoming. And by the way, Eddie Jordan, the Laker guard who was injured late in the season, is back running and will start traveling with the team in the next week. And they could get him back by the start of the next series. Wilkes throws it away.
It's a great group to run the half-court trap against. It's basically a second unit. They just brought in Magic Johnson to go with Jamal Wilkes, but the other 3 guys are subs. Right now, the Phoenix Suns half-court trap has the Los Angeles Lakers 0 for 4. I would expect to see it a lot from here on down.
Suns trying to get the lead back. Davis trying to get it to Nance. Kicked by Michael Cooper. It'll belong to Phoenix out of bounds.
See, the reason why I think that Phoenix must go to it, forget the fact that they're not shooting well against it, but they're running an awful lot of time off on the clock. Consequently, the Lakers cannot get into any type of a set offense and get a good shot or a play or into option 2 or 3.
20-second injury timeout as Joe Prosky, the Suns trainer, comes out and takes a look at Walter Davis. Walter was shaking his hand as he came over to the huddle first of all. But he appears to be ready to go. It's amazing, but at this stage of the season, the Suns are still trying to beat the Lakers for the first time this year at home. They are 0-4 against Los Angeles here in Phoenix. They did beat them a couple of times in L.A.
All right, how about this, though? Before this year, Phoenix had beaten them 21 out of 22 times here. Not bad.
It's amazing how that could turn around so quickly in the space of 1 year. Dennis Johnson. Good hang time by DJ.
Well, Dennis has really come to life here in the second half. He's looking strong down underneath. in the lane area, and he's doing an excellent job defensively.
22 points for Dennis Johnson. Suns lead it by 1. McAdoo.
I'll tell you, that was a great shot because Larry Nance got a piece of that ball.
Down to Adams.
Oh,
Adams rips it through the net.
that's the first time that Phoenix has pushed the ball after a score, and that time they had a mismatch.
Cooper missing. Outlet pass. Adams down to Davis. Hubie, you got it.
All right.
Nice catch.
All right, my first shot in the NBA. Let's get it up. Hey, you know I would have hit that three. You know that.
If you'd have blown that, you'd have never heard the end of it. I'll tell you that.
Cooper was saying, shoot it, shoot it. He knew he had it in the hands of the right guy.
92-91. The Suns leading. Adams trying to bore inside of Jabbar. Forces the shot and misses it, and Johnson gets the rebound.
Green is at the other end of the floor, holding his forearm, his left arm. He definitely has a problem. There was a collision there when Alvin Adams dipped under Kareem. He caught him with, I'm pretty sure, his shoulder. Right now, Kareem's arm he's got a dead effect right there.
Take a look at it. 22nd injury timeout call by the Lakers and their trainer, Jack Curran. Comes out to take a look at the big man.
I'll tell you, he's hurt because I was quite fortunate to be with the Milwaukee Bucks as an assistant under Larry Costello for 2 years when Kareem and Oscar, Danwich, and that group were playing. And I'll tell you, he never feigns an injury. He never stops play because I think one thing about him is he does not like to have the attention focus on him, and especially under something whereby he would be trying to con the public.
Michael Cooper at the free throw line. That is the first time the score's been tied. 92 apiece. But not for long. So the Lakers are back out in front with 8 minutes and 12 seconds remaining.
Here's the trap.
Walter Davis. Johnson after him. We get a foul called away from the ball. See where this one goes again. Illegal defense has been called against the Lakers.
Well, they called it on,
got the zone call, huh?
Yeah. Well, they called it on Michael Cooper. Well, you know, when you play that kind of trapping defense, everyone is trying to rotate in that, and once in a while a guy will get caught.
Alvin Adams into the corner. Dennis Johnson has been hot.
I'll tell you, that was a great baseline pick by Larry Nance on Dennis Johnson. Man, Magic Johnson could not get around that pick.
Suns by 1 as McAdoo tries. Pulls up. Off the window for 2. Great veteran Bob McAdoo with his 14th point.
He really gathered himself together that time beautifully as he came off that pick.
Adams. I'll tell you, Adams has got the feeling from in the corner. He wants the ball, and he doesn't hesitate to put it up. And he's drilled 2 from long range.
He's trying to get the big man to come out there with him. And Kareem right now is settling back inside and saying you must make the shots for right now.
Kareem backing in, out to Wilkes. Wilkes hits. Jamal Wilkes with 22 points. And it's the Lakers, 97-96, 15th time that the lead has changed hands in this game. Off the hands of Alvin Scott.
Alvin Scott worked so hard to post up Jamal Wilkes that time. And when the pass came in, Jamal went right over his shoulder and got a piece of it and did not allow Alvin Scott to make a clean catch.
Magic slows it down. The Magic man operating with 4 personal fouls here in the second half. His team leading by 1 with 6:45 remaining in the game.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Inside to Jabbar. The sky hook doesn't go. Saved by McAdoo. Knocked out of his hand. Johnson along with Davis on the break. DJ takes it all the way.
Big play, because the rebound was kept active. That was the key. That time McAdoo had a chance to garner that rebound, but when he put it on the floor, Larry Nance was right in there, igniting the break.
The big man, Jabbar, blocked by Scott.
Larry Nance from the rear. Oh, deliberate. 2-shot foul. 2-shot foul. Jamal Wilkes from the rear.
That's pretty
Watch
good
Larry
tackling.
Nance come over here on this play. Scott comes for the double team, but watch Nance right there. Larry Nance gets his 4th block. Good execution.
Pretty good
Jamal
tackle
Wilkes,
here, huh?
Sure. Well, Jamal Wilkes says, look, it's going to be an uncontested layup, so let's make Dennis Johnson make the 2 foul shots. Right there. That's good. That's a good foul. He didn't foul him hard or deliberately try to injure him.
Timeout. Suns leading 100-97. And Dennis Johnson will be on the line.
An update, San Antonio. The Spurs are shooting their way back into the contest against the Seattle Supersonics. The Sonics had opened up a big lead, but the Spurs, who are among the best shooters in the NBA, came right back with their firepower, led, of course, by the ice, George Gervin, Dave Corzine on the boards, and now it is 94-90 Seattle. Let's send you back to Phoenix and Frank Lieber.
Thank you very much, Brent. Seattle trying to hang on to San Antonio, and the Suns trying to hang on here against the Lakers. We gave you the scores 100-97 going into the timeout. The scoreboard actually was wrong, and they changed it during the course of the timeout. Thought for a minute we both missed a basket there, but Phoenix leading by 1, and Dennis Johnson will be on the free throw line. John McLeod was doing some diagramming during that timeout. What do you think he's going to set up?
Well, they're going to set up a play the first time down the floor whereby it's not a fast break. They're going to set up a double screen for Alvin Scott. But the most important thing they're looking for is not the man coming off, but they're going to be looking for one of the pin men to open up on the side. So it'll be interesting to see if it really comes about.
There's the big man in the lane. 27 points now for Dennis Johnson, including 6 out of 7 from the free throw line.
Well, Dennis has really been active in the open floor this quarter. He has 3 fast break scores to add to his total game. Right now, here's the half-court trap again. It's a 1-3-1 trap. Here comes your trap. That's how you beat it. That's how you beat the trap.
Hook shot by Jabbar. Will the basket count?
See, anytime you get that trap, you look for somebody in the lane area. Yes, they're going to count that basket. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And when you have the target the size of Kareem, you've got to go to him because he's going to look for the hook.
21 points for Jabbar. As John McLeod looks on. John McLeod, who one time was an amateur boxer and a pretty good one. So we're tied again.
That's the first time, though, that LA has scored against the Phoenix trap. Here are the Lakers. The Lakers are in their trap.
100
Oh, this is excellent. They have no outlet. Up there, the outlet came.
Adams with the ball back to Johnson. He's had the hot hand. Great rebound by Nance, and he gets it again. Let's see what the foul was. And Nance really went upstairs after that one, but he got caught on the foul.
All right, they called a violation for grabbing on. Now here we have this move. Watch Dennis Johnson. He sizes it up. He goes strong to the hole, but he had to put it up. Now watch Nance right there. But now, right there, he catches. I don't know what the call is, because the call made was that he was hanging on to the rim. But the replay shows that he definitely did not grab the rim for the violation.
Score tied at 100. Nixon has a shot rejected by Nance. Put up by Cooper. Rebound, Magic Johnson. No one blocked Magic out.
Wow, that's too bad because that was great defense. Larry Nance picks up his 5th block shot in this game.
Magic Johnson's only got 10 points in this game. He's been averaging a triple-double. Double figures in scoring, rebounds, and assists for the first 3 games of the series.
Well, there was the double screen. It didn't work.
Davis missing. Nance with another big rebound.
It slipped out of his hand on the way up. He's really discouraged because he had it.
And would have been an easy 2.
Well, he's wiping his hands off because the ball slid right out. That's the disadvantage of trying to take it up with one hand.
Lakers with a 2-point lead with 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. Paul Nixon with the fadeaway jumper.
Air ball.
Alvin Scott down court to Davis. Between the legs, Trimble almost lost it.
How about the defense? Holy mackerel.
And he
What
puts up an
great
air ball.
one-on-one defense by Michael Cooper. Walter Davis gave Cooper all of his moves. Through the legs, hesitation, head and shoulder, and Cooper still had him perfectly.
Still the Lakers by 2. Johnson on the outside. Sees an opening. Magic drives the lane. and his foul.
Well, everybody was preoccupied that time with Kareem. They were trying to go down inside Kareem versus Alvin Adams. All right, here we have Kareem on a rebound here. Now here we come up the floor, and all they're doing is surveying the situation here right now. Now here we come. They're looking down inside. Watch Phoenix drop back in on the big fella, opening it up for Magic to go to his left.
Johnson's already made the first free throw. Here's the second. So Magic now with 3 baskets and 6 out of 6 from the line. 12 points, and the Lakers lead it by 4.
Big possession with 3:48 to go.
Adams penetrating, loses it. Wilkes down to Magic, one-on-one with DJ. And that's a mismatch.
Well, the #1 man in the league in steals, Magic Johnson, gets a piece of this ball, keeps the ball alive, and then gets himself right out into the open floor for the big score.
Phoenix will call time with 3:39 left in the game, and trailing again by 6. There'll be more exciting NBA playoff action next weekend. A Friday night game for you, and then more action next Sunday afternoon, as the teams will be dwindled down considerably by then. Here's the Seattle-San Antonio score. That's in the 4th period. Seattle, as we said, trying to hang on, and even that series at 2 games apiece. Here, the Lakers are 3-zip against Phoenix, and if they win this one, the series is over. Kyle Macy, who had the technical in the first half and lost his cool there for a moment, sat out a good part of the game, is now back in there. Dennis Johnson starts a drive, and they get Cooper on the foul.
That was really a tough play to defense because move on Cooper. There was no way he caught him with his leg.
Nance, yes. Guy's unbelievable.
Well, the young man is
I think he's missed one shot all day. 8 out of 9 from the field for Larry Nance. 106-102. In just over 3 minutes.
Straight man-to-man, Frank. No trap.
Nixon. Jabbar slaps it up there once, and I believe he reached over Kelly.
Yeah, loose ball foul on Kareem. He had to go over the top of Kelly. But I'll tell you, on Norm Nixon's shot, Kyle Macy got a piece of that. That was really excellent defense on Macy's behalf.
Here come the Suns with a chance to trim it to 2. Alvin Adams guarded by Magic Johnson on the outside of the corner to Johnson. Drives the baseline, and DJ can't get it to go down. Kelly misses the rebound. And Jabbar gets the rebound, and that was a king-size miss.
Well, that was big, mainly because Kareem had already made his commitment to help out on the other side, and Kelly was wide open.
So the Lakers are slowed down a little with 2.5 minutes to go and a 4-point lead. Cooper pumps it up. Nance again with the rebound, falls down, double team, still gets it away. DJ.
They've got an advantage.
3-pointer. Macy misses the 3-point try, diving after the rebound, but he's out of bounds.
You know, I think they would want to take that one back, though. I really do. I think that the shot that they wound up with that time in a 4-on-3 advantage situation, I think they might have wanted to go down inside if they had that one to do over again.
Well, Macy anxious to get most of it back, which he would have had he hit that shot. Timeout. This one called by the Lakers.
Back to Frank Lever.
Thank you, Brent. And this one is just about as tight. Right now, the Lakers trying to eliminate the Suns from the playoffs with a 4-point advantage. With 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go, and the Lakers have the ball. Nance has 5 blocks in this game, which ties a team record for the playoffs.
They're one-on-one Magic now on Nance.
Magic man misses. Jabbar misses the tip in, and Magic gets the next one and brings it back outside.
That was great by Kareem and Magic, keeping that one alive before Magic came up with it. But they wanted to go one-on-one. There's a triple team on Kareem.
Cross court to Wilkes.
Oh, my. See, that's the difference, you know. A lot of teams have big players. You throw it into make a double and triple team. They can't find the other players. The big fella found Jamal Wilkes all the way in the other corner.
Adams back outside. Kelly shooting over Cooper. Magic Johnson's got it, and it's beginning to look like the sun is dimming.
Well, I tell you, that was nice intimidation by Cooper because he made Kelly change the direction of the shot.
1 minute, 15 seconds left to play in the game. LA with a 6-point lead.
Don't need a foul.
LA going to get one.
Nah, they didn't need a foul because they were down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. They would have been better off letting him take the shot. Well, right now, we have the Lakers have committed 3 fouls, and the Suns are over the limit.
That's 5 fouls on Dennis Johnson as Nixon on the free throw line is now 5 out of 6 from the line.
For any of you who are thinking timeouts now, Phoenix has 2 timeouts. The Lakers have 3. Now, right now, because that ball was not advanced on that missed shot, the the Phoenix Suns will get the ball at half court. They'll have that option of taking it down on the base or at half court.
Well, it's still a big mountain to climb for John McLeod's Phoenix Suns. They are down by 7 points with only 1 minute and 10 seconds left to play in the game.
Antonio, if the Lakers hold on, will they play the Sonics or the Spurs for the Western Conference title? Right now, with Jack Sigma ramming one in, the Sonics lead it by 3 minutes to go. Let's send you back now to Phoenix for the last minute and 10 seconds and Frank Lieber.
Okay, Brent, here in Phoenix, we're down to the final minute and 10 seconds with the Suns trailing by 7. Would you come out now for the 3 points?
Myself, I would want to get a quick score. With me, it would be a down inside play to get 2. I'm not saying that's just my philosophy. The philosophy of the Suns might come because 2 threes get you 6. You're still down 7. You must get a quick 2 in here somewhere. I would like to see them get a 2 or 2 foul shots really fast.
Rich Kelly outside of the 3-point line to Adams. Shot clock is down to 10 seconds on Phoenix, and Adams loses it. Magic Johnson ties him up, and they'll jump it.
Well, that's just a breakdown in offensive philosophy and offensive execution. Not only didn't they get the 3-point opportunity, which it definitely looked like they were going for in the corner, they had 2 guys out there in the 3-point, Macy and Dennis Johnson. But the other most important thing is that we had, I'd say 13 seconds run off the clock.
If you get right down to it, between these 2 clubs, there's just a basic discrepancy in talent. I mean, LA just is a more talented team than Phoenix.
Well, here's your 3. He's looking for the 3.
And Cooper was all over it. Johnson going inside for the 2. He's fouled by Wilson.
Continuation.
Gets his 12th basket.
Watch Dennis now make this move on Magic. Now Jamal, he's either got to get him now or don't get him at all. Okay, and with that little ticky push, the referee said continuation 3-point play.
Well, this may not have been the type of 3-point play that John McLeod was looking for, but he'll take it nevertheless. Johnson hits this. He'll have 31 for the afternoon.
Well, let's see if they go full court press. Yes, they are. They're in there 1-2-1-1. First time today that they've been in it in this series. The Lakers have been able to hurt them.
That's the time remaining in the game, just 40 seconds.
Now they're going into their half-court trap, which is a 3-2. They're looking for it. Lakers will play keep away. 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Jabbar is short.
They got it. Got the block.
109,
25 seconds.
Macy lost it. Scott gets it back. They're 4 down. Johnson drives. And that may have been the Phoenix Sun season right there.
That's frustration. That's tough frustration. You know why? Because the young man right there went so strong to the basket. That's just a total effort, a total physical effort. He didn't try to miss that. He wasn't looking to get a foul. He went in there as tough as he could to score, and the ball didn't drop.
And that is Dennis Johnson's 6th foul, and he gets a fine ovation from these fans. The executive producer of the NBA on CBS is Jim Harrington. Our producer in Phoenix this weekend, Robert D. Stenner. And our director, the incomparable Tony Verna. Our associate producers, Rich Nelson and Peter Bright. And some of the other folks who helped put together this telecast from Veterans Memorial Coliseum, where they are playing their final basketball game of the year. Lakers leading by 5 with 18 seconds to go. The big man on the free throw line. So Los Angeles, with a win, will get a full week off. They're not scheduled to open their next series until next Sunday. And depending on how the other series goes between Seattle and San Antonio, it could be 9 days. Scott with a three-point try. Macy with the follow.
You know what's interesting about that? The Lakers did not give them the three. When they came over half court, they went right into their trapping defense and said, hey, you're not going to get that three off of this dribble. At this end of the floor, the Lakers, Phoenix went right into a 1-2-1-1, but the Lakers have been blowing by that full court press through the entire 4 games. They have a lot of confidence that they can beat it athletically by going over the top and then catching Phoenix in the back 2-on-1.
Magic Johnson on the line. The only thing that is lacking right now is the final score. The Lakers have won it 112-107. That's where it's at with 6 seconds left to play. Dykeman, who's come into the game, down to Davis, and Walter Davis sails in for a field goal attempt which ends the Phoenix Suns season. So Pat Riley, in his rookie year as head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, has guided his team very successfully past its first series and done it in most impressive style, sweeping the Phoenix Suns in 4 straight.
Well, I like the job that he did from an organizational standpoint. He had his team totally prepared mentally to take away what Phoenix does best.
The Miller High Life Most Valuable Player Award this afternoon goes to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The Miller High Life $1,000 donation will be made to the Special Olympics on behalf of Kareem. And he had a pretty good day, I'd say. 24 points, 13 rebounds, and a whole lot of intimidation.
Oh, a whole lot of intimidation. He's the key to the great defense. You can afford to get out and try for steals when you know he's back there to erase your mistakes.
And look at the Lakers locker room. They aren't home free yet. They've got 2 tough series to go, but they may make it the way they're playing. Now to Brent Musburger in New York.
Congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers, who, of course, ended some frustration as they were eliminated a year ago in the mini-series by Houston, but now they advance to the Western Conference Final, and they may be meeting the San Antonio Spurs.